Hey guys, I couldn't see what I was typing there because I'm working on my phone and not my computer, so hopefully it came up. I want to talk to you today about working in soul and how it's a real powerful place to be. How life all of a sudden gets real damn exciting when that starts happening, and just how to write a book. So I don't know whether you know, but I'm Michelle Clark, business acceleration coach and author of Woman Up, the book and the podcast. And I wrote my book extremely quickly, and I'm going to tell you how in a minute. But first, I just want to celebrate a bit with you. My little happy dance. I love it when I get my clients to finally admit what is in their soul and what they're supposed to be doing. So for lots of people in this environment right now, we're wondering, is this the business that I want to do? What is my business going to look like? Shall I wind it down? Shall I scale it back? Shall I scale it up? Shall I pivot? What shall I do? So that's a lot of what I'm doing at the moment. And a lot of what is coming out is that people are starting to get down to what's really in their soul. Like if everything's going to be wiped off the plate, you might as well start from where you want to start, right? And it's pretty exciting. We're actually finding ways for their business to change to meet what's in their soul, but make them even more money than what it was making before. It's nuts. It really is nuts. And I think we live in a society, just please let me get a little bit off topic. I think we live in a society where we think bigger is better. Bigger is not always better. You don't need to have a multinational, multi-corporate, multi-country business to be making money. In fact, some of those companies are making far less money than some of the smaller businesses. It's all about profit and purpose, for me anyway. So I don't want to turn up and run a business that makes me $50 a day, because that's not enough for me to do the things in my life that allow me to show up for my clients. So do I want to make money just for the sake of money? No. I want to make money for the sake of the way that allows me to be and show up in the world and do the gifting that I do and give the charity that I do and be the person that I am, be the one that can show up and do all of this stuff for you guys. So that's really important to me. And also about purpose. So for me, business must be matched with what's in my purpose and what's in my soul, because otherwise life is just too damn hard. Seriously, life is too short to do something that you frickin' hate, right? It really is. Doing what is in your soul is much better. Now, this is a new client that I've been coaching, and we've only done 3 sessions, but honestly, it feels like we've worked together for 3 years. The amount of stuff that we've done and the amount that she's grown is just amazing. It's so fantastic. I wish I could tell you more, but I can't because of client confidentiality, right? But she's doing absolutely amazing. And there is a book in her soul that is going to change the mother freaking world, and it needs to come out. So what did we talk about? We talked about how to write a book, We talked about how I wrote a book so fast and just how to do that. And there are a number of tools and tricks and things, but the main thing that you need to do if you want to show up and you want to write a book, you've got to start with the chapters. You've got to start with the bones. Just like with a business, you don't just go, yep, in that business, you future forward it a bit. Like, what do you want it to look like in the future? What are you going to do? What aren't you going to do? You need to do the same with the book. And I approach everything in my life this way, Get married. Think about the future. What do you want in the future? What do you want? What don't you want? Does this person match it? Children, just think. It is always good to have the structure. And I'm the queen of systems, bringing systems back to sexy. So the same with a book. Think about, hey, Andrea, hey, darling, talking about writing a book. About what do you want the book to do in the world? So the one question is, okay, a book, or I'm going to write a podcast, or I'm going to do a communication, I'm going to do a live. What is the one message that I want the people listening to this, my audience, my tribe, what do I want them to come away from this with? And then that's what I write. I write it on my mirror, I write it on my paper, I write it everywhere, I etch it into my brain, because that is the outcome. If you start with the outcome in mind, you will get where you're going. But if you don't start with the outcome in mind, you can't get where you're going. You'll waffle off somewhere else. So start with the outcome and then outline your chapters. If you don't know what the chapter's called just yet, don't let that stop you. Don't piss around in the details and get bogged down. Just write out what the guts or the main message even of that chapter is, and then just start writing. Turn up every day. Have a set time of day that you're going to write and get up and do it. It's non-negotiable. And this is what I said to my client. If you were to become a bodybuilder wearing stilettos and bikini and showing up and being real strong, you wouldn't just go to the gym and just fanny about a bit. And you might do it one day and not the next day. And, you wouldn't seek out professional advice, and you just kind of, piss around generally. right? You wouldn't. And you wouldn't wake up in the morning and go, no, I just don't really feel like it today. If you really wanted to be a bodybuilder, you would show up every day. It would just be a non-negotiable. You wouldn't go, do I feel like it today? Don't ask yourself that question, guys. Do not ask yourself, do I feel like doing it today? Get up. It's a non-negotiable. Absolutely do it. And if you have nothing to write, write waffle. Get yourself into the practice of actually writing. Anyway, I've given you away lots of yummy little secrets there. If you've got a book inside you,